Welcome to Unlikely Lovers. Coming up, meet Sheila, the woman who went on holiday to Egypt and ended up marrying a belly dancer.
I look at her and she look at me. I think something getting up between me and her.
Male stripper Zach reveals all about his love life.
It's 1001 girl that would put up with what we actually had to do.
Meet Georgina, a practicing witch who put a spell on a heavy metal tub-thumping toy boy.
If anyone looks at Steve and I, nobody would ever put us together. And Steve drinks, he smokes, he loves his heavy metal.
Professional Posh and Becks lookalikes show that you can mix business with...
We never take it into the bedroom. I never make him wear a football kit and bounce a ball on his head. Well...
And meet Charlie, who's just got engaged to a man who's 16 years older, but 17 inches shorter. But first...
Live together, work together. Yeah. We're together, well, not all the time, but I think more so we're unlikely because I married my son's friend from school.
61-year-old Sheila has been taking regular holidays to Egypt for the past 8 years. In February 2001, she met Khaled, an Egyptian belly dancer who at 41 is 20 years her junior.
I wasn't looking for a man. If I was looking for a man, I had plenty of opportunities. There was plenty of people probably that I could have got tied up with, but I didn't want it. It was just something with him.
And there must have been something because just 39 days later, Sheila became his wife. The couple now live in Surrey, but while Sheila is home alone, Khaled is living it up on holiday 2,000 miles away in Cairo.
I met Sheila 2 days before Valentine, 5 years ago in Luxor. I look at her and she look at me. I think something getting up between me and her. And I bought from her a gift from the Valentine Day, a little roses flower to her. And she never forget that.
Over the years, Sheila has made many trips to Egypt. And since marrying Khaled, she's met many of his friends and has made quite the impression.
She seems to be a very sweet woman, Sheila. And they look very cute, very lovely together.
Khaled is extremely open. He's very vibrant. He lives to live.
So you never think about the age or you never think about any other things except that they are very, very nice people.
So for Sheila, he must have been a breath of fresh air. He must have been a total breath of fresh air.
She met a lot of people. She been a lot of places. She never been there before with me. And she making a lot of friends now. And it's completely, Sheila, she changed, completely she changed.
As well as seeing friends and family, Khaled is also in Egypt to buy clothes. Belly dancing clothes. Khaled has been dancing since the age of 7, and since moving to the UK, his career as a male belly dancer has taken off.
I have to be belly dancing. I have to move to UK because in UK accept me there more than in Egypt here as a male belly dancer.
Sheila has become his unofficial manager, and while she's happy to build up his career, she's not quite so happy about all the female attention he receives.
Every woman, every Eve, she have a jealous about Adam. And, but Sheila, she understand my work more than me. About jealous, yeah, it is the same any woman. Natural woman, she getting jealous.
I do miss him. I miss him quite a lot, and I think he misses me. He's always pleased to be home.
But Sheila won't have to miss him for much longer, because tomorrow he'll be back in Blighty.
Tomorrow I'm going up to pick him up at the airport and meet him when he comes through. Quite often it's emotional, but sometimes it's not. Depends how long he's been away. But no, yeah, could be. We'll see.
He wasn't one of Dean's closest friends. Actually, you were quite a bully to Dean. You used to be horrible to him at first. Yeah, he was a bully. But he, yeah, when I saw him again, like, years later, he turned into quite an attractive young man.
20-year-old Charlie lives with her fiancé Rich, who's 16 years older and 17 inches shorter.
Rich is 3'8". He's an incredibly independent guy. When I look at him, I don't see a small person, I just see this really great guy.
Charlie first met Rich 2 years ago during a pool competition at this very pub. But it wasn't a case of eyes meeting across a crowded room. Rather, Rich's eyes checking out Charlie's backside.
When we were playing pool, the first sight I got of Charlie was a bent over the pool table, so I got a really good view of her backside over the outside. It was quite a nice sight, and it still is, I must admit.
Oh, that's good to know.
I was just consciously clocking her, because I've seen her play pool. I thought she's not only a good pool player, but she's quite hot as well. Shot.
Rich plucked up the courage to ask Charlie out on a date, and the following week the two headed to a nightclub where, once seated, their eyes finally met.
We'd gone outside just for a breath of fresh air because it was quite hot in there, and I was sat outside, actually, was on like a little step, just sat there, and our sort of eyes met, and you get that little bit of chemistry going, and you think, like, shall I, and we just sort of leaned in together and had our first kiss, and it was really nice. And since then, we've been together literally ever since then. I think we've only spent maybe 1 or 2 nights apart in that whole 2 years since.
Charlie moved in with Rich just 6 months later, and on Valentine's Day this year, Rich proposed the old-fashioned way.
I was delighted because Rich phoned me and asked me before he asked Charlotte. He asked my mum if it was okay, didn't he? Didn't ask me to marry him. Couldn't cope with both of us.
Rich and Charlie are looking forward to celebrating their engagement later tonight and showing the world just how much they're in love.
I'm really looking forward to, actually, because it'll be a chance for us to express how me and Charlie feel for each other in front of everybody else, and a celebration of our love.
When I got married, I was married before, it was registry office, and it was like sneezing. And I've always wanted horse and carriage and everything, and I had everything. I had a horse and carriage, Rolls Royce, and a stretch limo. We had everything you could think of, because what was it you said? You're only going to get married once. And he wanted it to be...
To get it all properly done, isn't it?
Proper.
34-year-old Zach is a male stripper from Warrington. In the past, finding a girlfriend who's willing to put up with his job has proven rather hard.
With past experiences, I've just had a nightmare. I had a long relationship and I had a terrible time with that through my job, because that was the main problem. She just couldn't angle what I did. So I just thought that I'll never find the right girl.
But Zach's luck finally changed when he met Alicia, who couldn't be more different.
The very first time I saw him was a couple of weeks before we actually got speaking. And I noticed him then, but I'm really shy, so I didn't really want him to notice me noticing him, really. I couldn't actually get my head around it at first. That was really funny, because I'd never actually met a male stripper before. I was a bit reluctant at first to give him a phone number because of that, but then my cousin talked me into it. My cousin actually met him before me, told me how nice he was, so then I agreed in the end.
It was worth it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
While Zach spent his day pouting and preening and taking off his clothes at any given opportunity, Alicia is donning her power suit and visiting clients as part of her job as a trainee legal assistant.
At the moment I've got about 120 clients all in prison, so it involves me a lot of travelling to visit them all in prison, different prisons around the country, mainly in the northwest. But yeah, it really is interesting. I mean, every case is different.
And for Alicia, it's far more preferable to stripping in public.
I'd be terrified. I'd be terrified. I mean, you've got to have personality as well. I think I'd just go fall silent if there's all men screaming at me. I feel really conscious. Too self-conscious, should I say.
Zach, however, loves the attention. But there's a lot more to stripping than just taking your clothes off.
I've got to look after myself, make sure there's no body hairs and have my hair done and keep myself in shape. She's totally opposite. She's Mostly for her job, with being a legal executive and a solicitor in the day, she doesn't go through all that instead, you know, what I do anyway. Because I entertain, she's a solicitor, I'm an entertainer.
Zach forms 1/3 of the strip trio Hot Boys, and tonight it's ladies' night at a village hall in Yorkshire.
You know, you're going to expect some mad women that are seeing naked flesh.
Meanwhile, the only thing that Alicia's turning on is the telly.
All the three of us are going to come out in fireman suits, get them all going. It's quite tough for a girl to go out with a male stripper. We're doing what we do. We dance in front of hundreds of girls every night, screaming, seeing us naked, and it's 1,001 girl that would put up with what we actually to do.
But for Zach, finding that 1,001 girl was even harder before he became a hot boy, as his sister can testify.
When Zach was younger, not one girl looked at him. It was total opposite. And I think in his heart, it hurts me a bit because nobody ever entertained. He never really had a proper girlfriend until he was like 18, 19, because he wasn't the handsome one in the team. But now, all these people said to me, God, look at you, Zach. But he never ever had a girlfriend. Never.
And Zach now reckons he's found the right girl, only it's not the one that's underneath him.
It's very hard to find the right girl to accept the job that I do. And I've found the girl that can accept it. And she doesn't give me any grief. She's happy and she's very, very supportive.
It makes me proud that he's coming home to me and I trust him as well not to do anything, so I quite like it. It's quite nice to have other girls wanting your man. Well, it's normal really, apart from obviously at night time he goes out and does his job. It's just like any other normal relationship, apart from that he's got a cupboard full of dodgy costumes and thongs downstairs.
It was just fantastic from beginning to end. It was a day that I don't think it could be repeated, but if Phil said to me in years to come, oh, I'll marry you all over again, I would love it and I would say yes, because it was just fantastic. It was good.
61-year-old Sheila is married to Khaled, an Egyptian belly dancer who's 20 years her junior. For the past week, Khaled has been in Egypt, but today he's flying back to England. But not before he makes a quick trip to his favourite dress designer. Sheila met Khaled in Egypt 4 years ago, and when she first laid eyes on him, it was her belly that was dancing.
I knew Khaled was the right person for me. In my heart, there was an attraction there. It was a heart beating fast, and I did look forward to it, and I did look forward to seeing him every day after that.
After then, for 1 month, she came back again to Egypt, and she phoned me, and I met her, and I said to her, I can't stay with you because I'm a Muslim, I have to marry you. And she accepted, and she said yes.
Sheila had known Khaled for less than 6 weeks when they got married in Egypt, but there was a reason for the rush.
The law in Egypt is quite strict. You're not supposed to walk down the road holding hands or anything like that, and you can't go into hotels without a marriage certificate. So to get over the fact that we couldn't sort of spend quality time together, we got married.
But Sheila doesn't have to worry about public displays of affection anymore. That's if Khaled ever turns up.
I'll give him another half hour.
1 hour later, Sheila finally spots her man.
He's just coming down now in a white shirt.
And it's an emotional reunion.
It's great to see him again. Lovely. Even though he looks half asleep.
And Khaled is gonna need his beauty sleep because tomorrow night it's showtime. 36-year-old Rich is just 3 foot 8 inches tall. 2 years ago, he met Charlie, who's 16 years younger, but nearly 1.5 foot taller.
Got a great sense of humour. He thinks it's really funny the fact that when we stand in front of each other, he only reaches up to my breasts.
So when he looks up, he gets an eyeful.
One of your nicknames for me is Peter Pan, isn't it?
The boy who never grew up, quite literally.
The two recently got engaged and are probably the most loved-up couple in Britain.
Rich is just a really genuine, honest person. His smile just takes the breath away. I know it's cliche, but he's a really good-looking guy, and to top it all off, I know that he loves me so much.
She just loves me for who I am. You know, it's so hard to find that kind of thing. And I love the way she looks. She's a really attractive young woman. You know, she's such a fit person. And I still get the butterflies. But, you know, when she walks through the door, that initial, you know, that's my Charlie. I still have that feeling, you know, 2 years down the line.
And as we know, kissing leads on to other things, doesn't it?
At the end of the day, there's no difference between us having sex or anybody else, really, you know, so just so we can get into more interesting positions.
People can be quite prejudiced when it comes to differences. I mean, I'd never had a problem with Rich's size. Unfortunately, you know, we have been accepted as a couple by the majority.
Rich and Charlotte together just seem to suit each other so well from the word go, and from the word go they've been inseparable, and I love them both to bits.
Rich and Charlie are looking forward to getting married in a few months' time. But first, they have an engagement party to attend to.
Yeah, I'm really excited actually. It's a nice opportunity to get everybody together, and everybody's really happy for us. So it's just nice that they all appreciate me and Rich as a couple and that they want to come to our party.
Yeah, it'd be nice to, because it will be the first time a lot of people have been together, won't it?
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to it actually, and having a couple of beers and having some fun.
Obviously, Phil being younger, it's just different. You think that an older woman would... Don't even laugh. An older woman would teach a younger guy, but I think we both learnt together, haven't we, really? I think so, anyway. But you've taught me a lot. You've opened my eyes to the world.
Vice versa.
Yeah, yeah. So do go there.
Georgina is a 53-year-old Reiki healer, better known as the village witch. She lives amid the peaceful rural setting of Pembrokeshire with her heavy metal husband Steve. Steve is an ex-army officer who now works as a removal man and spends most of his week on the road.
If anyone looks at Steve and I, nobody would ever put us together. And Steve drinks, he smokes, he loves his heavy metal. And I'm nothing like that, you see. I don't smoke, I don't drink, I'm a vegetarian, I do my healing. Nobody ever puts us together.
But Steve's return home means that Georgina has to say goodbye to the peace and quiet and clean country air.
Good afternoon.
Hello, Mr. Bear.
Steve's a bear, and he's always been Bear. The children have always called him Bear. He's a bit of a wild man. Not to be upset, as you see, he's a big guy.
When he comes home, he does cause a little bit of chaos. He is a bit like that, but then that's the way he is, you know. He's a bear, and bears cause mess sometimes.
Everybody happy?
No,
Why not?
not now you've got those disease things in your hand.
Hey, if it wasn't for these, the NHS would be in the right mess, I tell you now.
Rubbish.
I'm contributing so much to this country, I think I might even vote.
If it wasn't for them, you'd have more energy.
Steve and Georgina married 19 years ago, when Steve was just 21 and Georgina was 35.
I wouldn't want to be with anybody my own age now, because if you're with somebody your own age, you tend to get older. Now, Steve has kept me young.
Being ex-army, I'm totally used to this terrain. Stand back, Mrs. Bear.
He's given me the incentive to do the things that I probably never would have done, the confidence to do the things I would have done, and I don't think you get that with somebody that's more or less your own age. I miss him more now, I think, than when he was in the army, because he'd go away and I knew he was going to be away 6 to 9 months at a time. But now when he goes away, I don't like being apart from him, because I know he's a pest and he does drive me up the wall, but it's lovely to come home and know he's there, and I do miss him terrible, and I don't sleep well without him, I have to say, so I can't wait for him to come home, even if it's only 2 or 3 days.
Almost a professional, eh? Nearly full. I do like to come home, but I like working away as well, because I always think that the sign of a happy marriage is when you're not together for long periods of time and each other off.
And to prove his point, while Georgina does a spot of Reiki healing, Steve goes in for some beer drinking.
Good evening, Gregor. I'm glad you made it happen. Oh, fucking hell, that's wonderful, isn't it?
You have this routine. You have a routine before you go to work. You have to have at least 2.5 hours bathroom time. And I've absolutely buggered that up now, haven't I? Because I don't go to work till later, so we have to bitch fight over the bathroom. So that he doesn't like that, you see. He doesn't like having to share the bathroom. And he squeezes a toothpaste from the middle of the tube. And sometimes he doesn't pull the toilet chain after he's done a wee. But besides that, he's perfect. See?
"41-year-old Egyptian belly dancer Khaled is now settled back in England with his 61-year-old wife Sheila.
You take your trousers off on the chair.
Yeah.
Next day, another pair of trousers on the chair.
Yeah.
Next day, another pair of trousers on the chair. Where's your socks get put? Where do you put your socks, lovey?
Later tonight, Khaled will be strutting his stuff Egyptian styly during a belly dancing night in Southsea. But first, there's more shopping to do, only this time it ain't for clothes. Both Sheila and Khaled have been married before, and in the early days of their relationship, they found that life wasn't all singing and dancing.
It would have been easier if you'd found an Egyptian woman and married her and lived in Egypt.
Yeah.
You would have had no problem with English, would you? Same as if I could have met someone in England and married them.
You done before, and me I done before, and I don't.
It didn't work.
It didn't work exactly.
Didn't have the same sparkle, did it?
But not everyone saw the sparkle at first.
I think the family were very wary of Khaled. Some of them thought he was marrying me to get a passport to England. Nobody ever said that to me, but I know in my own mind that's what they were thinking. Now my mother thinks the world of him. He can do no wrong in her eyes. My daughters have accepted him. If it makes me happy, then they're happy. And the rest of the family, well, it's my life. I'll do what I want to do and what makes me happy.
If people think I am just married Sheila because it's visa, or if I work in England, I work in Egypt and I work anywhere. This is the relationship between husband and wife. This is what I do like her. She's always with me. She's behind me all the time.
And whether in front or behind, Sheila doesn't miss a trick.
And now he's chatting up the women. Typical. Even when we're shopping. He got cold. What are you doing chatting to the women, lovey?
I'm not chatting. She come and ask me. And she come and ask me. She doesn't ask anybody. She came to ask me. And I don't know.
Did you say I speak English? That's a good get out. I don't speak English. Where are we off to now, lovey?
Well, Sheila and her lovey are off for one of Khaled's many belly dancing gigs, and Sheila's determined that his female admirers don't get too familiar.
The girls take him the wrong way. They think, oh, you know, he's friendly, oh, he fancies me. It's not that. It's Khaled's nature. You know, he is a very friendly person and he will do anything for anybody and he will help anybody. It doesn't mean to say he wants to go out with them.
Over in Wales live Nerys and Matthew Middleton, who form the likeliest of unlikely couples.
We're an unlikely couple because we look like David and Victoria Beckham. That's how we earn our money. That's how we earn our living, looking like David and Victoria Beckham. And we're actually married in real life as well.
And the chances of that are pretty slim.
They are, actually.
Matthew and Nerys tied the knot earlier this year in Cuba. But how did it all kick off?
I was working as a Victoria Beckham lookalike when I met Matthew. I was working mostly on my own, doing shop openings and walkabouts and things like that. And I was paired with Matthew in September 2002. It was the first time, obviously, I'd met Matthew. He had worked with other David Beckhams before.
We were asked to hold hands, make it look like, you know, we're a proper couple and in love. And as soon as we held hands, we never let go for the rest of the week. You know, everywhere we went, we were holding hands, and I think we knew from that point that something was happening.
But it's not all play. Nerys and Matthew have made around 500 public appearances in the last 3 years.
I mean, we've worked all over the world. We worked in Hong Kong, Japan.
So sometimes it can be very glamorous, with limousines and, you know, free champagne, and then
security guards, paparazzi, and then it could
the next day it could be just a walkabout.
A very quiet walkabout with not many people there.
And on the agenda today is a very glamorous assignment, a walkabout at a shopping centre near Sheffield.
When we first got together, people thought we were doing it for publicity, didn't they?
Yeah.
But now we're actually married.
Then people know, you know, it's actually real. Yeah, we know, we're not just doing it for a job. Do you want to get in on a picture? Get in. Come in.
Thank you.
Welcome. Cheers. I didn't really fancy any of the Spice Girls, but if you asked me which one would be my favourite when they were together, it would have been Posh, yeah. It'd have to be Posh, really.
When I first met him, I was expecting him to, you know, with looking like David Beckham, expecting to be pretty arrogant and full of himself, but complete opposite, and we just got along really well because I'm really down to earth, he's really down to earth, and, you know, we just don't take ourselves seriously, and that works.
But Nerys and Matthew still enjoy the perks of fame, especially when it's free chocolate.
You've got what's in the bag? Passion. Oh, would you? You've got passion and you've got temptation.
It's like being the real Posh Becks, getting free food now, isn't it?
Oh, bless you.
Thank you very
much.
much.
Have a good day. Oh, bye. Bye. Bye.
We never see each other as Posh Becks. It's only when we're actually dressed, you know, we're working at home. We just see each other as Nerys and Matthew.
We never take it into the bedroom.
No, we never go that far.
I never make him wear a football kit and bounce a ball on his head. Well.
I'm a typical woman. I nag and moan. I suppose we're put on this earth to do that, aren't we? To cause men a bit of friction. I think so, anyway. So they've got to get their fair share of it because they give enough of it out. So they've got to get it back. But we don't fall out, do we?
No.
No, because you just laugh at me, which is more annoying than anything in the world.
Back in Pembrokeshire, unlikely lovers Georgina and Steve are enjoying 2 very different nights. While Georgina is putting her Reiki healing powers to work, Steve is rocking down the pub.
We're having a bit of Motörhead.
The following morning, Georgina is up bright and early collecting garlic, while Steve is still sleeping off the night before.
If I know anything of that there, he'd be killed him on that city, fast asleep. But he'll wake up when I go in. I'm thirsty, tahaggi, which is his word for cup of tea, which is what he used to use when he was a little boy. Mr. Bear's asleep. Knew he would be. Garlic, it's your favourite.
Oh, well.
It's your favourite.
Oh.
It's not honourable, you love it.
I want tahaggi.
Did you say that?
While Steve catches up on his beauty sleep, Georgina gets him ready for yet another week on the road.
But I know that Steve's always protected. I always protect him. And I write little symbols out for him, and I never let Mr. Bear go anywhere without him.
For these unlikely lovers, absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Okay, Mrs. Bear.
Okay, Mr. Bear. I miss you.
I miss you too.
That Tuesday.
Yep.
Our wedding anniversary Wednesday.
Did no monging about on the way?
No. You give us a safe journey.
I will do,
Great
Palomino.
protection symbols.
Yep.
Oh, I miss you, Mr. Bear.
Okay, pal.
It's not the same without a pal.
On my way. Right, pal, I'll ring if I said the can, okay? In a second.
I love you.
I love you too. See you later.
Safe journey, Bear. And I always stand here and I reiki the lorry. It says here, a nice, safe, clear journey. And I do it till I can't see it anymore. And I think of him every step of the way. Okay, creatures, it's just us now. It's just not the same without my pal. I never, ever stop missing him, even though I should be used to it after the army days, but I never will be.
Khaled and his wife Sheila have come to Southsea for a night at a restaurant. Only tonight they won't be eating. Instead, Khaled will be using his belly for an altogether different reason.
We're here tonight because we come to see the male belly dancer, Kelly. We've heard he's really good, so we're really looking forward to it, so it should be an excellent evening.
I've actually been taking lessons with Khaled for about a year, and it is erotic, yes, but it's controlled.
I'm just looking forward to seeing it.
I'm hoping to go home feeling extremely erotic after seeing Khaled.
The amount of female attention that Khaled receives means that Sheila is 100% behind him in more ways than one. But she has done everything possible to encourage her husband's love of dancing.
When I first met Khaled, I didn't know he was a dancer, so it was a bit of a shock, but a nice shock. If you see him dance, then you know why. And I just thought to myself, well, I've got to try and help him sort of progress over here and help him dance over here and teach over here, because if he doesn't do it, it's a waste of his talent.
And it's a talent that certainly attracts the ladies.
I don't think there's anybody in there that's going to pinch his bum tonight, but they won't be able to because you're stopping. But I don't think there's anybody there tonight. We'll be all right tonight.
Don't be so sure, Sheila.
I call her a geek all the time.
I think that's the most horrible pet name. I've always said that. Geek. A geek to me is someone that wears big round gags, goofy teeth and swats and does homework. And I'm not a geek. I do wear glasses, but I'm not a geek. But I know it's just a special thing.
Charlie, who's 20 and a petite 5 foot, will soon be getting hitched to Rich, who's 16 years older and 17 inches shorter. The happy couple recently got engaged and are having a party tonight to celebrate.
I'm really looking forward to, actually, because it'll be a chance for us to express how me and Charlie feel for each other in front of everybody else, and a celebration of our love. Yeah, I have to tell you about how I proposed to Charlie. It was on the weekend of Valentine's Day this year, and we'd been together, living together for just over, about a year exactly, actually. And you know, I knew at that stage that Charlie was absolutely the right person for me. We got on so well that I thought, Valentine's Day, you've got to do it. So I took her back to a restaurant in Bridlington, which is a coastal town just up the road.
Really, in my mind, to sort of celebrate Valentine's Day, and that we'd been together for sort of 18 months and been living together for a year.
I was like really getting anxious when my heart was going, and I'm like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. And I got down on my good knee in the middle of the restaurant.
To be honest, I was so caught up in the moment. Remembering his exact words are sort of difficult at the moment.
And I said, Charlie, I just want to spend the rest of my life with you. Will you marry me? And she burst into tears, and I thought, oh God, have I said the right thing? And there were, like, obviously tears of joy. And that was it, really. And all the waitresses were like, yeah.
as the sun goes down, Rich and Charlie's engagement party is in full swing. Among the guests are Rich's parents and Charlie's future in-laws, Bill and Daphne.
I just thought she was a sweet young girl. They're very strong together, aren't they? Yeah, she really supports him. She really does support him.
They laugh, cuddle and laugh.
Do you feel... You said you'd still push me around, didn't you, when I'm in a wheelchair? I was in the frame.
No, that's what you said.
But no, I would still be there. I went to a gypsy, didn't I, on the market? And she said that I was going to live till I was 91, so he's got a long time in me yet. A long, long time in me yet.
Back in Southsea, Khaled is the belly of the ball, while his wallflower wife Sheila looks on proudly.
People often ask me how I feel when Khaled goes and dances. I don't mind. I love watching him. If he goes to a restaurant, more often than not, I'm there with him. And I just stand there and watch. And I'm proud of him. I'm not jealous of him. I'm proud of him because I know he doesn't let people touch him. They do try to touch him. He smacks them. And I'm not jealous of the women when he dances. Now and again I will get jealous. But I know Khaled wouldn't do anything. He's got a good heart. And I'm proud of him. I'm absolutely proud of him. I think he's done well, and I love watching him.
The night has been a roaring success, and both Khaled and Sheila are on cloud nine.
You like it? It's good fun.
Every night, when we come down to a restaurant, this is what it is. There's one big laugh right from start to finish, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. And if you'd asked me this 15 years ago, would I be sitting here or standing here with a belly dancer like Khaled is, I'd have said no way. No way would I ever be doing this. But I love it. And it's fantastic. And he's a fantastic dancer. What more could you ask for?
But Sheila's eagle eyes didn't let her down.
Did you see her?
No, I didn't see it. I didn't feel it at all.
No, she didn't touch you.
No, she doesn't touch me.
No, she didn't touch you, but she kept going behind you and just going... And I thought, don't you dare touch him. I hope the future brings more work for him, and I hope it pays off for him in the end, and I hope he gets what he wants. But I enjoy it, and I've met a lot of people through him. I've got a lot more friends, and it's great. It's a great life, and I wouldn't change it. I love him to bits, and he's my husband. Nobody else can have him.
I was just imagining, like, you can sat and this is, you know, if you do Rudy movies, I couldn't do it. It's bad enough looking at you laughing, do you know what I mean? But seeing all your wobbly bits wobbling everywhere. Well, they haven't got wobbly bits, have they? But no, I couldn't do that. Oh, no clothes. Couldn't. Is this what it's like, sort of in a room with... Oh, have you never done one of those? No. Right.